When people call us on the phone to set up a bid, one of the most common questions that we're asked is how much is it going to cost? And there's a lot that goes into figuring out the cost of a paint job, and it's not an easy question that we can answer over the phone.
Yeah, the best way to get a price on a paint job is to just set an appointment with a professional estimator. Now, there are a lot of different ways that you can save money on a bid, and there's different parts of the house that you can sometimes skip or not do in order to keep the job within your budget. One of those areas is the ceilings. Now, the ceilings, they don't get touched with dirty fingers, they don't get rubbed by pets, they don't get banged by furniture, and oftentimes the ceilings will be clean and in good enough condition that they can be completely skipped, and the paint job will still come out looking great.
Another area is the doors and trim, which are usually going to be painted with a semi-gloss paint, so that's going to be a lot more resilient to scuffs and stains. So if they're in pretty good condition and look sharp already, you might be able to get away without painting those as well.
Yeah, and closets also. Not many people spend a lot of time in their closets, so that'd be a good area that if you're on a tight budget, you can maybe skip painting the closets.
Another factor is the actual number of colors. There's obviously a big tactical difference for a painting crew and painting a house that has 20 colors versus a house that has just one color.
Right. Furniture is another factor. If the house is completely full of furniture, it can be difficult for the painters to walk around and be moving all of the furniture, covering it with our biodegradable plastic. And if the house is empty and if the house is vacant, that's really the most efficient and the best time to paint the house. So there's also a few areas that you don't want to try to save money, and we're just going to go over that real quickly. One area that you don't want to save money is by going with a contractor who's a little bit cheaper, but that you don't have as good of a relationship with. You really want to choose a contractor that you trusted the most and work with that contractor to get the price down to whatever is within your budget. You can do things like maybe skip the ceilings, like we talked about, in order to get that price down. But you want to have a good relationship with that contractor so that if anything goes, other than according to plan down the road, you know that you're going to be taken care of and that the end result is going to be good.
Yep. And another area you don't want to save money on is paint. It rarely makes sense to try to save money on something that actually is only about 10 to 15% of the cost of the job. The rest is going to be mostly labor. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to spend thousands of dollars on labor and then put up a cheap painting product that's going to fall off in 2 to 4 years. So make sure you put on top quality stuff.
Yeah, that's right. If you're doing any exterior painting, also, it's really important to just go with the highest quality materials and whatever painter it sounds like is going to be doing the most prep work. You don't want to try to save money on an exterior paint job. If you do try to cut corners, then you'll end up just compromising the quality of the paint job and potentially doing damage to your house. So there are a lot of factors that go into correctly pricing a paint job. And to make sure that you're getting exactly what you want and not paying for anything that you don't want, ask the painters who are giving you the bids to break it down a couple different ways and take a look at what the price would be, including the ceilings or not including the ceilings, just so you know exactly what you're getting.
If you live in San Diego County and would like a free bid, call 619-446-6983 today.